Hey folks, I know it's been a while. Sorry, as much as I love my trees and my plants, people come first, and I've made sure in my life that I make obligations to people that I can help. So I've been helping out a lot at the restaurant that I bartend at, as well as at my normal job, and not as much with my parents' farm, but everywhere I can help, I've been helping. It's not that I've been trying to be absent from Bonsai Tube, but it is come to be that way. So I am back now. My cat's hitting my finger, and I'm going to trim up my Syngosium, I believe, arrowhead plants. Before I do that, I'm going to kill a mosquito real quick. All right, these guys have had the worst infestation of Mealies I think I've ever seen in my life, which has been terrible. They've literally been indoors soaking. You can see all the Mealies still stuck on them, on some of these leaves, just soaking in soap. And I've been trying to get these Mealies off. But today I'm going to cut them back a little bit, not just to try to make them more manageable. And yes, the sun is right there, but also to make it so I can see what's going on and maybe treat them a little better. I'm not worried about them passing away or anything like that. So maybe that's in here, but I need to make sure I treat these for all these Mealies because there's a lot of them. So as much as it may not be advised, and I've never worked with these plants on that level before, I'm just going to cut them all the way back. As you can imagine, being absent not just from content creation, but also, uh, you know, not really around to water my plants as many times as I usually do. I have lost some plants. I haven't lost all of my, super thirsty plants, but a lot of them are gone now because I wasn't here and I hadn't set myself up for not being here. Rarely am I not around, and I'm really just hacking away at this thing. Rarely am I not around to take care of that stuff. So with everything changing very, very rapidly, I just didn't have the opportunity to rearrange my life. And of course, my trees, now a lot of them are not in the best place. So I can already see ants on here that have survived all the soap. So clearly there's Mealies that have survived all the soap. And I'm going to take this all out and throw it all away and then treat it with soap again. Um, I may need to go a little bit harder on that treatment, but I intend to get rid of all of these. This carnage cam is going to be something of legends. It's going to be the whole dang tree. And I'm not going to leave any leaves. Of course, there's lots of green. I believe plants like this photosynthesize from their regular plant wall, so I don't need to worry about leaves per se, although they do a better job. I think this will regrow leaves very, very rapidly, but already from just what I've done, you might be able to see down in there, that's all like mealy bugs. So I'm glad I did that. Not the best time. It's tropical. I'm not really terribly worried about it. So that one's all done. And I understand that the light is not great now that I put that out of the way. Ooh. Number two, this is the one I've had for a while. You kind of see there's a nice trunk in there. So I'm going to be a little more selective about this one, but I'm still going to cut it virtually all the way back. Again, not leaving leaves at all. Some of these I'm just going to peel off to make sure I continue to get trunk versus cutting them off. They'll fall off eventually, but like, see over here, you can kind of see this is an arrowroot, and this is kind of a trunk coming off. So I'd like to keep that if I can. Same thing over here. So instead of cutting, I'm going to peel away a little bit. See if I can get down to just the one. All right, and kind of leave some trunks behind so I have some sort of form. There are arrowroots, there's all kinds of stuff in here, but these Mealies have just taken over, made it so difficult to treat this plant. So when I peel these off, hopefully, or it's my hope I should say, I'll be able to access more parts of the plant and treat the Mealies. And yeah, it's been frustrating. I don't know how many times I've repotted this thing to try to get rid of these Mealies, and they just stay. So even if they come back, they just stay. So this stuff on the other side here is new. I don't mind it. It's kind of spreading out in a way that will give me a nice base. In fact, when I'm all done peeling this off, you'll kind of see, because this one I take a little bit more care in, you'll kind of see how it is starting to get a different sort of form. Not to say a tree form, maybe a bush or a bramble form. Um, but this is one of my favorite plants. I have other plants. Got one behind me. You might be able to see a philodendron. I was keen on that one. All right, so I might just leave it there. So, sorry, putting this hand here so it blocks out the sun, but it gives you a really good backlight. You can see this here, but I've got like, I don't know, cool shape to it. So I will leave this one. I don't think I've got any Mealies in it, but I have to treat this again, of course, with soap and water. My carnage cam today far outweighs the actual plants. If these were regular trees, they would likely die, but they're not regular trees. This one I've had for a while. So I'm hoping that this will be just the first step in eliminating pests that are just impossibly difficult to get rid of. I've tried so many ways, so many times. You can see old trunks here that are starting to wither up and die from me not being able to get to them. So scissors here? Yeah, I do. I cover it up. I'm going to cut this one back. There's some dead stuff on it. It has not given me any new branches on that one. This trunk here, you may not be able to see. Hasn't given me new branches, but it hasn't died off all the way, so I'm just going to keep it. But yeah, this could be a really cool one if it continues. And again, it's a vine. It's not kind of plant you would want at all as a bonsai, but just kind of shaping it, see what happens. So these will get treated. I appreciate you all joining me. Again, I'm sorry for being missing in action. Been very, very busy.